All right. Just want to one second. Make sure everybody that's coming in, make sure you're sharing and liking the class. All right. Uh, in a second, that's what I'm doing right now. So make sure share and like, comment, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? It all right. The reason why we always say like and share, comment, like if you hear anybody that does YouTube, you know what I'm saying, and they actually share it and like, comment, all that means that the interaction that you get, it forces the algorithm to continue to push, you know what I'm saying, the continue push uh for our content, right? So you constantly get pushed, the more that they are shared, like the more you leave a comment, you know what I'm saying, on the video. Even if the video is some days old, just still put a comment in there. That means there is some interaction going on. Because the interaction, there'll be the algorithm's kind of forced to push it. So the more you do, the more likes we get, the more shares we get, the more comments we get, the more that this truth can be pushed out there. And it's she like to your social media pages and all that good and fun stuff. All that good good and fun stuff. All that good and fun stuff. All that good and fun stuff. I don't know why it was the echo. All right, so let's get into it. As you see the topic of today, if you don't see it, you see it in the description. Do we have to keep the law? And the short answer is yes. It's the title is very rhetorical. It's not really asking you a question. It is, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? Rhetorical means that I'm asking you a question that I know the answer to. I'm asking you a question that I don't expect you to answer because the answer is obvious. You know what I'm saying? So with this one, you know what I'm saying, yes, you have to keep the law. I'm saying there is no if, ands, or buts about it, right? That just is what it is. The reason why we have to keep the law, once again, the short answer is because the Most High said so. Keeping the we oftentimes, you know what I'm saying, call the Most High, think the Most High as our Father, right? That's kind of like the way that Christ had put it down to us, right? We pray to the Father, right? The Most High is the Father of us. I'm saying he said that Israel is his firstborn son. So that means you have to follow your father's rules. That's just like you deal with your father here on this planet. You know what I'm saying? If you have one, whatever your father says goes in this household, right?
Right.
So when your father says, "Hey, you don't do this, you don't do this, you don't do this, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this," right? That's all that amounts to. Most High gave us a set of rules that we can give us rules that we can and can't do. These laws, statutes, and commandments, right? That we have to abide by. Or, like any parent, you choose to go against those rules, there are consequences, right? This life is full of you do X, F thing happens. You know what I'm saying? Just that's how this life works. You know what I'm saying? You follow the Most High laws, you get this, and this. You break his laws, then you get this, and that. So it's a very, very easy concept to understand. Most people will call it. Most people say, "Oh, we follow a karmic system." Some people say we follow a karma system of some sort. It's it's not. Don't try to make it. Don't try to make it Buddhist. The karma comes from Buddhism. The karma is just so much more different than that. That that when you say, "Oh, you guys follow karma," that you don't understand what karma is. You've taken a very white oppressor's approach to what karma is. Right? So you don't even understand. You don't even understand when you say, "Oh, you guys follow karma." You don't know. Most people don't even know what they're talking about and how that whole system works. You do not follow karma. Karma dictates that if you die, right? Let's say you lived a good life, quote unquote. You were nice and you did good things, charitable, blah blah blah. When you die, so you come into, and the next life is a higher state of being. Let's say you just kind of poor in this life, you come back, you're rich in the next life. But, and most people would be like, well, that's kind of what y'all say, right? But it's not. Because karma also says that if you mess up in life, you are a murderer, you did a bunch of evil things. We put it that way. You did a bunch of evil things that when you die and you're brought back into the world, you come back as, let's say you are a human this life. You're bad in this life. You can come back as poor. Now I say you do bad. Let's say you're poor and you still do bad. You pass away. Now the next life you become part of what they call I think it's not the casteless. It's like I can't remember what it is. It's called in India. It's like the lowest level of you can be in their nation. It's like casteless or something like that. Or I can't remember the exact name of it right now. But you're them. They say you're still bad. And you do evil things even in that life. The next life, you're going to be an animal. And let's say, I don't know how animals do bad things, but you do bad things as an animal. You can come back as a blade of grass. And so you do bad things as a blade of grass, you can be a rock. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how, in a nutshell, how karma works. Now, of course, I give a very simplified explanation of that. You always go in your own time and look up how the karma system actually works. But no, what they teach and what we teach are two totally different things. We don't follow that kind of system at all. What we do follow is laws. And it's laws. Like you live in America. If you break a law in America, you get what? Consequences, right? Right. I'm saying you say you break the speed limit, you get caught breaking the speed limit. What happens? You got to pay that speeding ticket. Right. Let's say you just egregiously broke the speed limit. You're going to jail. I'm saying you're going to have your license revoked. You know what I'm saying for reckless driving. This is what we follow. You're saying if you break the law, you break a certain law, you have to get the punishments of what you broke. Right. Not only that, but the children of Israel made a contract with the Most High. So when we break that contract, you have to pay for what you broke. So you have to pay consequences of that contract. It's like anything. If you sign a contract with Cox, if you don't pay Cox their money to turn your cable and your internet off, if you don't pay them back, they come to get the box from you. If you don't give them that box, they send you to collections. You know what I'm saying? They're getting their money somehow up out of you. There's things put in place that happens if you do this, and things that are also at the same time you get this if you do this. So if you do good, you get some rewards out of it. If you not following your part, then you get the rewards that come with that. And people think that reward. Now today we think a reward just a good thing. Like you do good, you get good, and then that's the reward. Your reward is whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? If you do wrong, you do evil, your reward is going to be evil that you're going to get in return to you. Right. You know what I'm saying? That is what you know, General Hyman has a whole many classes on it. You know, saying that you can follow about Adam and Eve, right? And the whole tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You know, what I'm saying people have a hard time really knowing how to figure out the Bible. Right, the Bible is a simple book, but if the Most High didn't put it when you to understand it, you won't understand it at all. You know, that tree that it talks about in the garden is not a literal tree. For those that don't understand, that's just the tree that was in the midst. That was a group of people, right? And knowledge of good and evil is what saying was what would happen if you, in all intents and purposes, disobey the Most High. So for a time, all Adam knew was good things because all he did was obey the Most High. But getting from that fruit, right? And then when God came to see him, of course, it wasn't physical, it was spiritual. You know what I'm saying? God didn't physically come down to earth to go look for him. You know what I'm saying? And when he hid, he now knew he now knew that there were consequences for his actions. That evil that he knows, that the evil that he now knows is the punishment. You know what I'm saying? If Adam would never, if when Eve had took that fruit, and Adam had checked her, then he wouldn't have known the evil that comes with doing wrong. He would have only known the good. Right. So that's like I said, that's what I'm saying. It's very, very oversimplified. You know what I'm saying? So like you be better off, you know what I'm saying, finding one of Jeremiah Hyman's classes when he talks on Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Once again, Adam was given the law, and since Adam, we've always had the law. That law is going down from generation to generation to generation. Right? For Adam, right, the next chosen, the line that God chose was Seth, right? Because Abel was unalived by Cain. So Seth was the one line that the Most High had chose, and then from Seth, all the way down to Noah, and then out of Noah's son, it was Shem. You go down the whole line of Shem, all the way down to Abraham. God, the Most High chose Abraham. From Abraham, he chose Isaac, even though Abraham had about eight kids. And then from Isaac 2 kids, he chose Jacob. And that's where we descend from right now. So again, you're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of years of genealogy. You know what I'm saying? Just oversimplified in the last 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things today we're going to talk about kind of be oversimplified. But the fact of the matter remains is it changes nothing to the fact that you have to keep the law. It's been given to us for a long time. You know what I'm saying? In order to keep it, it's been passed down since Adam's time. Most people think that the law hasn't always been here, but it has. And so most people think that the law just came at the Exodus, but the law's been there. You know what I'm saying? There's too many examples, right? As a matter of fact, let's go to Genesis real quick.
Genesis.
Yeah, let's go to let me get to where I want to go to real quick. Let's go to Genesis 4. Chapter 4, verse 1.
Book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. Verse 2. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground.
All right, so just real quick, this is the order of events. So just for the Christians, right? The Christians like to believe that at this time only this is a sidebar because I always like to go over this every time I kind of come to this topic. When I come to verses around here. Uh, Christians like to tell you that at this time it was only Adam and Eve. They were the only people on the planet, which is not true at all. Matter of fact, there's too many things that the Bible says right here in Genesis that just tells you that that's not true. One, that the Most High said he made male and female on the sixth day. And so he told them to be fruitful and multiply. Christians say that at the seventh day, well, that's just them recounting the sixth day. That's not true at all. So they're saying around this time it's Cain and Abel, but the whole thing that doesn't make any sense. That we just read that Adam knew Eve and bare Cain, and then again, right after that, she bore Abel. Now, all this happens for a time, right? There's no mention of when. Now, it does say later that at the time they had Adam and Eve had more children. How many doesn't matter. Doesn't say. It says he has many sons and daughters. The fact of the matter remains is that at this time when this is taking place between Cain and Abel, there is no mention of any other siblings, right?
Right.
So when you ask where Cain got his wife, Christians know it's a stumbling block because they can't answer. And the only answer that I've ever heard him give was that within Cain slept with his sister. You know, they had daughters. So he said, he's saying Cain committed incest. Well, that's not what I'm saying, but what else could it be? Besides that, incest is unlawful for us. You know what I'm saying? That's what they'll say. But like I said, I just like to bring it up every time I'm around this section of the Bible. Because I like to put in Christian face that, what you believe is completely false. Keep going, verse 3.
Come on. Verse 3. And in process of the time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground and an offering unto the Lord. Verse 4. And Abel he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof.
Right. So what this is telling, this is the Cain and Abel both giving their offerings unto the Most High. Now, how else would Cain and Abel know to do offerings? So the only way they would know to do offerings that they had to have learned this from Adam. You know what? Just like Adam taught Eve what the Most High said wanted him to do, same thing he did with his kids. He taught them what to do. You know what I'm saying? What to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? What could be given as an offering. You know what I'm saying? What's considered a appropriate offering and what's not. Keep going.
Come. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. Verse 5. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Right. So now they realize that most I had respect unto Abel's offering. Why? Because Abel gave the first of his flocks. The best of his flocks. That the first. He gave his firstborn to first one of the flock to the Most High. He also gave the best. You know what I mean? Cain didn't put too much thought in his. So he just I got this farm. I got some fruits. Most likely have to get some fruits today. Now Cain was mad because he realized that his offering wasn't respected, but Abel's was. Meaning what? Meaning they both knew what was an acceptable offering, what wasn't. But Cain wanted to take the easy way, right? He didn't want to have to put effort into giving an appropriate offering. Now what could Cain have done to give an appropriate offering? As you see, he's tilling the ground. Means what? He's a farmer,
right?
While Abel was a shepherd. He could have easily just bartered the fruit for a lamb and offered that lamb up to the Most High. Because then it would show that he's putting effort. You know what I'm saying? Let me collect my best fruits, and I'm gonna get all my good fruits. You know what I'm saying? And then sell my good fruits to get the best lamb I can get for the Most High, and offer that lamb up as an offering. But he had Abel Cain refused to do that. You know, so if he refused to actually put in the work to please the Most High, he's angry because he felt like he gave something, so he should be seen as what his offering should be seen as equal to Abel because he put something in. But a lot of times something ain't just doing a little bit of something ain't enough. For the Most High, just doing ain't enough. I'm saying you got to go above and beyond. I said, Most High, he wants your first. He wants your first. When he says he wants an unblemished lamb, you have to give him an unblemished lamb. Here's your thing. That's why that's a sacrifice, because that unblemished lamb is going to grow up to be a beautiful sheep or goat. And that thing right there will create more beautiful sheep, more beautiful goats. Right? So you want that one that's unblemished, that ain't got no bad spots to it. So that way you can make more money off of it. But the most I said, you have to give that one up. You take a hit financially. That's the sacrifice. But that's a requirement of the Most High. Don't get it wrong, because when you do it, you become more blessed. Now, I don't want anybody who's seen this to start thinking about prosperity pastors, right?
Right.
I'm saying you give the Most High, you get a pastor, $10,000 of your money, $500 of your money, you're gonna get $500,000 back. That's not how this works. I'm saying a sacrifice is a sacrifice for a reason. That's something that you do not want to give up, right? Because that thing could help you in the long run. But it's not about you, about what the Most High says, what He wants. And so that's why these sacrifices are. That's why sacrifices put in place. That's why you had sin offerings and sacrifices that you would make for committing a sin, because it's supposed to. The whole point of you not giving away your best is to, one, stop you from continuing to sin. You know what I'm saying? It's like if every time I sin, I gotta give you my best sheep every single time. What would I not want to do? I don't want to keep giving you my best sheep, so I'm not going to sin no more. But our people took that for granted. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that had no problem giving them the best of their sheep every time they sinned. That's supposed to halt you from doing that. I said you shouldn't want to. You should want to continue. You should want to continue to make that sacrifice every time. Let's see. But that's all I want to pull from there. Was just that Cain Abel knew what to sacrifice, because that law was always there. Yeah. Matter of fact, go past Lamech. Give me Genesis 6 and verse 8. Whenever you got that.
Come on. Genesis 6, verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
Keep going.
These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a man and perfect.
Was a just man. Noah was a just man.
Noah was a just man and perfect in his generation. And Noah walked with God.
All right, so at this time, right, so the Most High had, at this point, people have been around for quite some time, right? The span of time, we could say maybe several hundred years, 1,000 or so years, whatever. And the Most High saw the men in this place were very wicked people. You know what I'm saying? They whatever whatever their heart desires was, they did. And a lot of times that desire was for something wicked. But during this time, Noah found grace in the eyes of the Most High. And it says that what? Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. That never nobody said that you can't be perfect. That's just not true. You know, the Most High said, Christ told you that the Most High said, required of us that be ye therefore perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. That's what Christ said. So anybody says that nobody expects to be perfect, you're expected to be perfect. How is Noah perfect? Noah was perfect because he followed the law, statutes, commandments given to him. Remember, all this at this time is just passed down as oral tradition, as oral tradition. I mean, it wasn't written down. But I said Noah was a just man. He walked perfectly. And I said he followed the laws. How do you know? Because during the time we had to build the ark, Noah knew what was a clean animal and what was an unclean animal. And so Most High said, take of you 7 clean and like 2 unclean. Now, how else would he know what was clean and what was unclean? The only way he knows that this is passed down from his family for so long. Not only that, but you got to imagine that the wives that Noah had, you know what I'm saying, the wife that he had was of his people. Like I said, he kept the law. He walked perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Now, how do we know that to walk perfectly and do what was and to know what how do we know to walk perfectly and how the Most High was pleased in him? Most say he found grace in Noah. Why? Like I said, Noah kept what was taught to him. Noah kept the laws that was given to him by his forefathers, by his father and father before them. Noah did that. Noah was perfect in the eyes of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? How much are you willing to do for the Most High to be perfect? It ain't that hard, man. It's not that hard. Most High said his laws are not grievous. But what you think is hard because you want to follow what your flesh wants. You know what I'm saying? There's a law that says you can't sleep with another man's woman, but you see a beautiful sister, and even if you find out that she has a man, you still want to do what? You still want to sleep with her. That's against the law. You can't sleep with another man's woman. That is theft, and it's punishable by death. All right. So the only way Noah could have been perfect, and most I've seen him as perfect, and that Noah walked with God, is if Noah kept all the laws that he was given, which he did. Now, he wouldn't be considered perfect otherwise. Christ was considered perfect, and Christ kept all the laws. You know what I'm saying? Elijah, you know what I'm saying, after Noah, like, you know, since I don't think Elijah was before Noah. But there were so many people in this Bible that were considered perfect that kept these laws. And that's before, like I said, that's before it was even written down. Let's go to Deuteronomy 4. Deuteronomy chapter 4, right? Would be at verse 5, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah. Real quick, start at verse 1. Yeah, chapter 4. Chapter 4 starts at verse 1. Okay.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them that ye may live.
Right. So Most High gave us statutes and judgment that He wants us to follow, like so that you may live. Right? You'll see that all the time. Like to live, to have life, is to follow the laws of the Most High. Death is going against that, and you get everything that comes with that. And don't get it twisted. Death does not mean just something that's quick. You know what I'm saying? You obey the law, you disobey, and then you get hit by a car tomorrow. Now, could that happen? That very much can happen. Your punishment can be right then and there. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time that's not always the case. You can have a very swift punishment from the Most High, or the Most High can continue to suffer you, and you can correct yourself. But to live is to obey the laws. That's that life. That's what it says to live. You got to obey the judgments and statutes that was given. You can't go against it. Go ahead and drop down to verse 5.
Come. Verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
So wherever you're at, right, wherever land that you're sitting on, wherever you go, you have to keep the law, right? There is no if, ands, or buts about it. A lot of times, our laws do not. A lot of times, the laws that we follow do not go against the laws of whatever land that you're captive in or that you're staying. Right. The only time it does is if like they purposely make a law to counteract us. But it don't matter what laws they put in place, you are to follow the laws of God. All right. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you follow every law in the United States. You know what I'm saying? The United States made it lawful for a man and a man to marry and a woman to marry. I'm saying that's lawful here. You know what I'm saying? But for you, same-sex marriages is unlawful for you.
Right.
That's because that's an abomination unto the Most High. And for you men out there, you know what I'm saying? No, you perverted man. You know what I'm saying? Mine in the gutter. You know, who was a lot of men was hear what we say and say, yeah, man, no man. That's no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you mean at the same time will say, oh, we talking about girl kissing the girl doing what with the girl, whoop de whoop. Now your whole thing changes because it's not that it's two women. So the Most High don't care if it's two men or two women. You are an abomination to the Most High. As a man, you're saying you should love what the Most High loves and hate what He hates. So the Most High says he that for that to Him, same-sex marriage is an abomination. It is an abomination unto you as well. Do not let it slide because it's two women. It's still wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta always remember. Don't act on how you think you feel, how you think that it should go. So that's the wrong way to think about it. Don't think because no, I like women, so two women kissing is all right. It's not all right. I'm saying not okay at all. I'm saying two women doing anything together is wrong and will always be wrong. And so you have to, whatever the Most High is against, you have to be against. Whatever He's for, you have to be for.
Right.
So you don't walk in one accord with the Most High. You have to be about His business. What Christ say? Don't you know that I must be about my Father's business? I'm saying you gotta be about the Father's business, man. Whatever he wants, when He says that's it. That's how it goes. I'm saying you want to be a good son or a good daughter to the Most High, obey these laws. Do what you're told to do. Right. No matter where you're at, you obey these laws. Right. All right, keep doing verse 6.
Come. Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which is a wise and understanding people.
Hold on, wait. It would say, which shall hear all these statutes.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Right. So most times let you know that when you keep these laws, right, and you do them, this is your wisdom inside in front of these other nations. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at you as being like up here. You know, when it comes to wisdom, like they like damn, like who got more wisdom than these people right here? You know what I'm saying? And then truly, this is a great nation. These are wise, understanding people. Listen, the narrative that is painted against our people is so negative. You know what I'm saying? Um, People are made this as to be the lowliest thing, right? To be so evil. But my question is, what have we done in recent times that's been so evil? I'm saying, I just want to know. They say, "Oh, your people unalive people." Show me a race of people who don't have people who unalive people.
Right.
Show me that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Listen, they don't have guns. They got guns over there, but no, people aren't allowed to carry guns in the UK. But guess what? People get stabbed to death over there all the time. You get robbed, somebody's robbing you at knife point over there, and they will stab you. don't get it twisted. Over in Japan, listen, there was some article I ended up finding years ago in Japan where some crazed, you know what I'm saying, Ammonite, went crazy over this Japanese celebrity, and his obsession over her drove him to unalive her. Why? I don't know. Yes, he felt like he couldn't have her. Can nobody have her? But let's say, is this new? No, this happens all across the world. All these different cultures, you got people that unalive people. People like to say that, oh, black people have a black on black crime problem. Show me a people once again who don't unalive their own people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't, like, in this case, no race of people has a moral high ground to stand on. They just don't, especially our oppressor. He definitely has no leg to stand on in this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to show me a group of people who dropped not just one, but two atomic bombs on a group of people.
Right.
And saying how did one of the comedians, I forgot which comedian was, I think it was Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock, that they basically bombed the masculinity out of the Japanese. You know what I'm saying? See the way them men act. Listen, Japan is on this population is on a decline.
Right.
Because men are not having sex with their women like that. They sell more adult diapers than children diapers in Japan. But yeah, you want to talk about my people? You think that my people are somehow evil? That we're the mentions of the earth? That's last time I checked. I'm saying we didn't take. We were the ones that were taken that were stolen from where we were at. We were the ones that put in slavery for hundreds of years. We're the ones that's constantly targeted. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones that are, like, people say we have a victim mentality. How can you be a victim mentality when you're always the victim?
Right.
And I'm not saying that people don't do wrong, because they do. And so our people don't get out scot free just because we're being oppressed. You have decisions that you can make, right? So that means, you know what I'm saying, you can choose not to sell that drug to your people. You can choose not to sleep with your brother's with your brother's woman, which to me is like, it's not a flex to sleep with somebody that I've already slept with. I don't see why people think that was such a flex. That's your girl. Yeah, I slept with her too. But then you nasty and you're gay. You know, it's like you're a no Diddy person. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't know why we put your route where I just have mine at. Because I don't know what you get. I don't know what kind of satisfaction you get over that. I never understood it either. That's all the Trey Songz and the whole nickname, Mr. Your Girl. And I was like, but why though? You know, so you can have so many other women. Why do you need to take my woman? And if you take it, then, you know, she's now your woman. You can deal with that headache. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them be a headache. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can deal with it now. That's all you over there, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? It's like not all women are headaches. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking. Don't hurt me. But yeah, but nations will see that that we are wise and understanding people when we follow Allah's such commandments. Why? Because our laws are just beneficial for people. Our laws were set up to way that as a people that we would take care of each other. Our laws are set up and predicated on brotherhood and sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? So Christ said what? The law hinges on two things. One, love the Most High with all your heart, and two, to love your brother as thyself. Meaning what? Whatever I wouldn't do to myself, I'm not going to do to you. Listen, I don't want nobody sleeping with my woman, so why would I sleep with yours? I don't want nobody, I don't eat pork, so why would I want you eating pork? You know what I'm saying? It's just that's what the law hinges on brotherhood and sisterhood, and how to treat each other. Now, a lot of places don't. A lot of these other nations, all of them basically, they don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Their laws aren't predicated off of brotherhood and sisterhood. They're just laws. They're just put in place. You know what I'm saying? There's no deep consequences for breaking them. You know what I'm saying? The Most High doesn't actively go after them like he does with us. You know what I'm saying? You have if you're in this school, you have to keep the laws. If you're an Israelite, period, you have to keep the laws. That's just, there is no other way around it. But for real, but for now on, continue on to verse 7.
Come on. Verse 7. For what nation is there so great? Who hath God so nigh unto them? As the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for.
Right. So the other nations, they're gonna realize that that our God is the one and only true God. You know what I'm saying? There is no other God out there. People like to say just because most in the Bible it says have no other gods before me. People, people operate what we know today, right? Because things changes. So things changes, right? Even the way we connect ourselves, all that changes. The definitions of things changes. When it's different from each culture to culture. So because they see it says have no God before me. People assume that, hey, listen, this is the Bible meaning that there are other gods. No, that just means power or authority, messenger, angel. In that context, it's just meaning another authority or power of the Most High. You choose that, you're putting somebody. It's saying that this thing has more power over you than the Most High has power over you. That you're under the authority of this, not the authority of the Most High. And that makes the Most High jealous. And saying that he created you, but you put this over him. You know what I'm saying? That you put money over the Most High, you put women over the Most High, you put these other religions over the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody will see, that we have the one and true God, that he chose us.
Right.
These people will see that these people are so great that the Most High is only close to them. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be close to everybody else. He's only close to us because we are his children. And continue verse 8.
Come on. Verse 8. And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgment so righteous as all this law, Slacky, which I set before you this day?
Right. So most once again, they're going to be like, man, like, who is this nation, man? Like, this nation they're so great. Their laws are so great. The God is the greatest God. You know what I'm saying? There's no other God. He's the only one. Yes, these people are great and understanding people. You know what I'm saying? That's what's coming too. You know what I'm saying? That's how they will see us from now on. We'll be the ones that are ruling. You know what I'm saying? None of that, like I said, when the wicked when the wicked are in rule, the world, the earth mourns, but when the righteous are in rulership, you know what I'm saying, the earth rejoices. I'm paraphrasing, of course. The way the white man runs the world, everybody is a mourning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody suffers under our oppressor. But we're in rulership. That's not going to be that way anymore. Why? Because they understand that our laws are the only laws that you'll ever have to follow, because our laws, like I said, are predicated off of brotherhood and sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? They're there to make us as a people better, and people see that we are better than them in every way, shape, form, and fashion. Go give me Psalms 147. Sorry. Yeah, whenever you got it, you can read it.
Okay. Psalm 147, verse 1.
Verse 19.
Come. Book of Psalms. Book of Psalms 147, verse 19. He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Right. So most times let him make known that he only gave his last command to one group of people, to the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Why I say it to Jacob and unto Israel? That's just reconfirming, because we know that Jacob is Israel. Right. So this is the only person that he gave his statute and his judgment to. Keep going.
Come. Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Right. Okay, go ahead.
Praise ye the Lord.
Right. So they cannot. I said he had done so in a nation that, listen, Most High has never given any of the other nations his law, statutes, and commandments. I mean, what Most High isn't close to anybody else. This is why you have to obey the law. Listen, so many times it's brought up in this book about us, Most High giving us the law and us having to obey the law. Listen, we're the only one that get this judgment, get these judgments when we don't obey the Most High. Listen, we end up in situations like we're in right now. We're like over here in this country, and we are captives in his land. People that don't understand, they'll say in the comments, and they'll say elsewhere that, nah, man, listen, I just made $5,000 million, yesterday. That's good for you. And what that supposed to mean? What you doing with that money though?
Right.
Nothing. You're spending it on frivolous shit. You know what I'm saying? Things that don't matter. You're spending on vain things. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you don't have any wisdom. You don't have any understanding. You don't want to follow these laws, such commandments that the Most High, gave to us to obey as a people. You'd rather do the exact opposite of that. Oh, fuck. Came over me. Just to kind of go and read it a little bit more. Let's go to Amos. Go to Amos chapter 3. And also too, while I can. Also too, while I could, you know what I'm saying, speaking on this subject, right? I'm kind of go off subject a little bit. Our people are some of the most superstitious people that are on the face of this planet, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, the lack of faith y'all have in the Most High is astounding. right? Listen, y'all turn everything into spookism. They make everything spooky. You know what I'm saying? You do one thing, you think you know everything about the Most High. Listen, I think Cat was drinking this the other day on across the line. It's called Liquid Death. This is sparkling water, right? The one I got is grapefruit, like it got agave and some other kind of fruit in it. It's pretty good. Listen, so I saw somebody in this conversation that they admit that they do rituals and spells and put on the cans, and that's how you can't drink stuff like that. I was like, where do they put that at? Because all it says is this ruthless tall boy of sparkling water has a twisted plan to use natural agave and exploding bubbles to murder your thirst and recycle your soul. So in their mind, right, all the size is agave, grapefruit, lime, and orange. That's all that's in this. That's all that's in this. That's all that's in this can. But our people are so superstitious that's like, well, you can't drink that because they put spells and rituals on it, and now you're going to be cursed and this and that. Stop watching Harry Potter.
Right.
Listen, I used to tell my son always want to watch scary stuff, but he always like be afraid to be in his room at night by himself. I tell him, stop. You can't watch this stuff because you get scared and you can't do it. Listen, stop watching Harry Potter. Stop watching American Horror Story. Anything that's to do with magic and things like that, stop watching. Put it down. Put it down because it has muddled your mind. This right here, this can is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. This whatever ritual they did with this, whatever ritual they might have come up with and spell they put on it, what's that to the Most High? What is it? You're supposed to be Israelites, right? You're supposed to have all this faith in the Most High, but y'all be like, well, you can't drink stuff like that because they put this and yada yada yada. So you mean your Most High can't protect you from some kind of spell or curse they might have put on this sparkling water? You tell me that their spells and anything that is so powerful that the Most High can't defend you against this. This. You know why? You know why they don't like it? Because it says liquid death. That's why. That's why. Stop being spooky, man. Stop being so superstitious. Listen, if I see another brother tells me, hey, listen, brother, but not every time I'm walking at the slavery, you walk with another brother. He goes out of his way to make sure he don't split that pole. Hey, bro, you split that pole, right? I was like, it's a pole, nigga. Like, what power do you think this pole got over me? I was saying, man, we cool enough. You put the pole there, you trying to sever the friendship. I was like, bro, it's not that deep. It's just a pole. Right. Listen, you can walk underneath a ladder. It's not safe. You can walk underneath a ladder. You can break a mirror. You're not gonna get 7 years bad luck. I promise you. People do that. They think that when things happen, they think like, oh, see this. You're delusional. You don't believe or trust in the Most High, and the Most High will let you fall in your delusions. Listen, don't let the Most High let you fall into your delusions. All right, he'll let you fall in there, and you will stay there. Let's not do that. All right, stop being superstitious. Stop being so spooky about everything. Right. Listen, stop with your lack of faith in the Most High. Listen, just like in Star Wars, Darth Vader told the hiring officer, he said, "Oh, whatever about space wizardry and stuff like that." And Vader told him, "I find your lack of faith disturbing." Listen, I'm gonna repeat that same thing Darth Vader said to y'all Israelites out there. I find your lack of faith in the Most High very disturbing. I'm saying you think that this can, and whatever ritual spells that these companies do, has more power than the Most High. It doesn't. It's just sparkling water. And they just want to. They put something on it to make it sound edgy. Think about it. Who named sparkling water liquid death? It was to be edgy, to be like,
Right.
listen to like to make it stand out. So when you see it, you be wondering what this is. That's all it is. It's to catch your attention. It's marketing. That's all that is. But some of you are so dumb and stupid and lack understanding and wisdom. And that's why you belong in here, because you don't have any wisdom and understanding. Right. That you let simple things like this put fear into your heart. You know what I'm saying? Your lack of faith is disturbing. You know, you don't trust the Most High. Listen, there's a whole thing with COVID. And people say, oh, I ain't get the jab. I ain't get the jab. Listen, people don't research things. They're very, very slow. You know what I'm saying? They're saying they hear what they want to hear that sounds good to them, that makes them believe what they think is true already, and that's what they run with. You know what I'm saying? Coronavirus, right? Because people say, oh, they found a cure or vaccine too quickly. You understand that coronavirus, right? Or COVID-19? That's just that's a 19th that's just the 19th variation of a flu, of that particular type of flu. Just a 19th variant of that. That's all it is. It's a flu. That's what you're catching. You're catching the flu, but a very deadly flu. Right? So of course, we already got things that's already fighting off flu, those type of systems already. Those certain viruses and bacteria that comes with that certain virus. Of course, you're going to be able to quickly come up with a with the vaccine for it. Now the difference is, right? They say why you gotta take a flu shot every year. The flu shot that you're getting every year is for a different type of flu. One that mutates every year. So you need a new vaccine because it's not the same as it was before. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. You know, like I said, it's a very once I gave was a very oversimplified explanation, right? Because all this we can go research, go dig it up, and say, listen, people people are saying that if you got the jab that they'll put nanites in your body, so that way the government can track you wherever you go. I mean, you carry this device in your pocket all day, every day. They know where you at based off this. They have satellites in the sky that don't go off GPS, that track you down and see where you're at. They need to pinpoint you. They just pinpoint you. Right. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to check you with nanites. Listen, this is not Metal Gear Solid, all right? Stop playing Metal Gear Solid. You guys can't handle things like that. Stop watching conspiracy theories. Just stay off Alex Jones's YouTube page. Right? Stop it, please. Getting back on topic. Sorry for the rant. But getting back onto topic, right? If you could go ahead and read Amos 3, chapter 3, and verse 1.
Con. Book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Right. So now most I kind of gave a clarifying thing, right? Who he's talking to. He talked to the Israelites. The Israelites are the only ones that the Most High led up out of Egypt. So if not of those people, you're not who the Most High is talking to. Right? If your that's not your forefathers, then it's not for you. You should put this book down. Keep going.
Con. Verse 2. You only have I known.
Say that again. One time.
You only have I known.
One more time.
You only have I known all the families of the earth.
Some of them.
All families of the
A
earth.
couple of them.
All the families of the earth.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. I mean, people say we like to twist scriptures, but like, how can you twist that scripture out?
Right.
Listen, that one seems pretty cut and dry to me. I don't know about you, but that's what the Most High says. That's what I'm reading right here. I can't. Can you twist that any other way? That's is what it is right there. The Most High said, "Only you have I known of all the families of the earth." Keep going.
Con. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Right. So whenever you do wrong, you get punished. Why? Because the Most High chastises that who He loves. Listen, children. Listen, people. Right, Israelites, Israel. The Most High loves you. So He's going to chasten. He's going to chasten. He's going to correct you. Right. These curses are just our punishments that we receive for disobeying the Most High, right? It's a father correcting his son. Like when you whoop your child, right? You're not whooping your child because you get some joy out of it. I'm saying nobody loves to whoop to whoop their children or even to discipline your children. You want what? You want your child to listen to you the first time and just do what they told. That you don't want to have to always raise your voice to your child, right? Nobody likes doing that. I don't like raising my voice to my kids. If I told I shouldn't have to. Whatever I actually do the first time, just do what I actually do. My kids, I said, kids think that when you're being mean or you're yelling, you're being loud. They're like, "Why, Dad? Why are you so mad and so mean?" I was like, "Well, if you just do what I asked, I wouldn't have to yell at you." So to my kids before, it's like, "Hey, when I actually do something nicely, I say, hey, I need you to do something, blah, 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 and then take out the trash, do the dishes, whatever, yada, yada, yada." And then you don't do it, or you don't do it the way that you are taught to do it. Now I got to raise my voice to you. Now I gotta be more strict. Now I gotta be now discipline must come because you refuse to do what I told you to do. Now you must be corrected. I tell my kids, you just follow what I told you to do the first time. You want to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Listen, my mom a couple times in life growing up. My mom just come home late from working. You know what I'm saying? My mom come back home 2:00 in the morning from work. Right? She go to the kitchen. Now I also do dishes. She go to the kitchen. She go get her a glass so she gets her a drink. The glass is dirty. She checks another glass. That's there too. She takes 3 glasses. 3 glasses. Now every dish in that dish rack is dirty. She's waking me up. And go back there and do all those dishes again. I was like, once I found 3 dirty dishes, like I could just do the 3 dirty. No, do them all over again. Why? Because if I didn't right the first time, I wouldn't have been back there the second time. I'd be asleep peacefully until 6:00 that morning. Now I'm up for over an hour washing dishes. That's saying, give my mom yelling at me for not doing them properly the first time. That's what I'm saying. That's saying that's the whole thing about the law. Do it right the first time. You don't have to get the punishment that comes with that. You want to break the generational curses that your family is under? Start obeying the law, statutes, commandments. Let's get it right. Listen, we've been punished so many times for failing to do what the Most High told us to do. You don't believe me? Go and read the book of Judges, right, which follows directly after Deuteronomy. Read that. We went time and time again into captivity. You think this record's the first time? No, it is not. We've been under captivity to just about every other nation of people on this planet because we have refused to listen to our God. When we did it right the first time, we wouldn't have to go through all this. Remember, the Most High is a father. He's going to keep whooping you until you get it right. Now, this time, you have to get it right. You have to follow law, such commandments. This, it's not. Listen, this is not, up for debate. It's not, what I'm saying, it's not a choice you get to make. This is an ultimatum. Either you live by obeying Allah's commandments, or you die by going against it. Listen, and dying to death is not always a literal thing. Listen, you can be out there, one of those fentanyl heads out there. That's death. Look how crazy that they are.
Right.
Most of them can't even stand up straight. You can be an alcoholic, in drowning, saying yourself on park benches out there. Saying you could be out there selling your, as a woman selling your body, or men sell their bodies too. I can even just, but that's more women, something that women do, but they do that to men out there as well. You see, do not get it twisted. Sometimes, it's almost preferable just for Lord just to take your life, than to be trapped like that in that delusional state of mind. Because Most High will put you and leave you there. So he will leave you in that state. Right. He'll leave you like you in delusion. You in Delulu land. Most High will be like, cool, I'll leave you in Delulu land. But you're put in such a deep delusion. Though. You don't believe me? Look outside. Right. Those people you see out there, especially our people. It's our people, man. Listen, don't get it twisted. Everybody gets judged. When you pass away, you go see the Most High, go to the Most High, you get judged, right? But for us as Israelites, we're judged harsher because we're given the law. We know better. And you know better, you're supposed to do what? You're supposed to do better. You find these laws and commandments, you're supposed to do better. You find your Israelite, you're supposed to do better. Some people out there too busy want to be an individual. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to join this camp. These camps out here are wicked. This and that. All that says to me is that a lot of y'all don't have discernment. I think I spoke about this before. Not that long ago, of y'all lack of discernment skills out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like our school or our organization because they say it's too militant. And so they say y'all are some gangsters. Listen, Christ was not a soft man. Right. Christ was a very austere and strict man, very militant. They said, "Oh, you guys buy guns. You guys are not of God." Christ told the disciples to sell your raiment, whatever you got, and go buy a sword. Why? Because you got to be able to, you're going to be able to say some crazy things. You got to be able to defend yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what Christ told him. Christ said when he comes back, you know it's in Luke, bring them hither, because paraphrasing right now, bring them hither before me, those who wish to be over them, bring them forth so that he may slay them. That's violence. I don't know if you know, saying somebody is a very violent act. Right. It's not a charitable thing. It shows what? You don't know God. You don't know the Most High. You don't even know how Christ operates. Like I said, you got no faith in the Most High at all. You know what I'm saying? You don't put no stock in his words or anything. So the Most High has picked us out of everybody. We're the ones that he punishes on this earth, right? Let's say whenever we do wrong. You know what I'm saying? We get a couple more scriptures. We got a couple more scriptures to go over too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Most High only chose us. That's why we get punished the way we get punished. That's why we're in the situation that we're in right now. It's not on accident that we're here. It's a very, very deliberate thing. Go ahead, give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. All right, we're gonna start at verse 1. Whenever you got it.
Come. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right. So most sides said 20 in this chapter, right? This verse, that if you hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, deserve to do all his commandments. Right? I mean, do what anything that's in the law that we're supposed to do that you do. The saying you have to do it diligently. In what he was said ye thee on high above all nations on the face of the earth. When you're above somebody on the earth, that means what? That when you're above people, right? That means that saying there's no equality. There's no equality there. If I'm above you, I'm above you. We're not equals. Listen, there is no such thing, and there been no such thing as equality on the face of this earth. It's never been, never will be. All right, somebody has to be on top, and somebody has to be on the bottom. We don't stand equally. I'm saying that's not how that works. I'm saying when it comes to nations, right? These nations all fight for what? Supremacy. They all fight to rule. So why do you think they do all kind of cyber attacks on each other? And then why do you think they building bombs and creating more machines of war? You know what I'm saying? Why think we itching ever close to World War III? Why? Because there is no such thing as equality. Russia wants to be on top. Russia's tired of America. Russia wants to be on top. China wants to be on top. You know what I'm saying? Japan wants to be, I don't know about Japan. They ain't really allowed for weapons right now. But France wants to be on top. Listen, people that rule nations want their nation as the top nation. That's it. Nations can't stand next side by side each other in inequality. You think that NATO and the NATO NATO doesn't have army. I think who is it? Not NATO. The UN doesn't have army. I think NATO doesn't have an army. I think that there's like the combined forces of all the nations that are in that NATO treaty, right? And I think that's what they send when they got to send out somewhere. It's come from their people. I could be wrong. I'm just trying to remember. It's been a while since I looked into it. But even that, somebody runs that. And one country seen as the best, and that's the United States. You know what I'm saying? The United States is on top right now. The United States is not equal to China and Russia. People think that because China said that, we got this, $13 trillion debt, how the debt that the United States owes to China is. You think the U.S. really tripping off that? No, if the U.S. wanted to, they could end China in an instant. Listen, that's what I'm going to teach. It'll be for next class. Listen, when it comes down to our oppressor is a being that is blessed with the sword, but it still falls short of what the Most High can do. You know what I'm saying? That's why, people, they believe that these things are, that are wrong and deathly and things like that. It's just water up. And it's not the kind of water that hurts you. Don't go drinking still water. You know what I'm saying? Don't go drinking just any kind of water out there. There's a lot of bacteria in it. This is not one of them. It just isn't. Right. Y'all too busy out there wanting to believe every other superstition than to follow the Most High and to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. Y'all too busy want to fight us on loving white people than follow these laws, statutes, commandments. It's like them in our oppressors. Y'all too busy trying to do things like that. Y'all too busy being talebearers and gossipers than actually following the laws, statutes, commandments. A lot of you say that these camps are wicked. What proof do you have? All right. Listen, I've seen some things from these other camps. Some of them out there wicked. Yeah, they didn't learn properly. A lot of these leaders fell off. They used to be ISPK and left and fell off. Right. But that doesn't change the fact that y'all don't have any proof to go off anything. Listen, it is against the law to be a talebearer. We can't go around gossiping, just saying anything. There's a certain channel out there on YouTube that just makes these ridiculous headlines for his channel. You know what I'm saying? Just runs with anything he hears, he just runs with. I'm saying this thing, Captain made a joke saying that Captain Tazar got 42 wives, and he's like, "Oh man, loud my Captain open up his mouth, put Cat's business out there." And if he had 42 wives, who cares? Like, but you're going around and making just spreading as if it's true information. Did you confirm that? Because you didn't, all you're doing is running around and being a talebearer. You're busy gossiping. And some of you men, you know what I'm saying, God damn, the way y'all gossip. You know what I'm saying? You got some of y'all men gossip worse than women.
Right.
It's just horrible out here. Go ahead, jot down to verse 15 for me.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now, when it says it should come to pass, meaning what? This is what will happen. If you do not listen to the voice of the Lord, that's what hearken means. Hearken means to listen. Right? The voice of the Lord thy God, right? You got to listen and do what the Most High says for you to do. Keep going.
Con. To observe, to do all his commandments.
Some.
To do all his commandments.
Most.
To do all his commandments.
A couple of.
To do all his commandments.
Keep going.
Con. And his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. So Most High said, if you do not keep his commandments, right? Meaning what? Listen, you're always meant to obey the Most High, to always keep all his statutes commandments. Why I think some of you in the situation that you're in, you think you're just there because? But you think the Most High ain't heard your prayer for help? Ask yourself this question, right? When next time you said the God doesn't do anything for you, right? Of course, I'm only talking to my Israelite people, you know what I'm saying? My so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. That's all I'm talking to. I remember, like I said earlier, that we read both Psalms and Amos, is that, you know what I'm saying, the Most High only gave us this law, statute, commandments to only one group of people on the face of this earth, and that's the Israelites. And then you get the punishment if you don't obey those law, statute, commandments. So when you're an Israelite, right, you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, and you're wondering why your life is so hard. I asked her, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? What laws are you breaking? Ah, man, a little pork in there hurt nobody. Yes, it does. Pigs, like other omnivores and carnivores, do not properly digest their food in a safe fashion for you to eat. That just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Pigs carry a lot of bacteria and viruses and diseases in their stomachs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you eat that. People just had this saying. I don't know if they still say it or not. People say like you are what you eat.
Right.
That's true because like you eat that, you know, you can have all types of kind of bacteria that wasn't there before, not inside your body. Listen, y'all, I think because you got this pig package from Walmart or whatever, that now it's good pig. You go home, you rinsed it off. You know what I'm saying? And now you think you're good. No, you're not. Matter of fact, you're gonna work that thing. You're gonna be even more sick than you were before if you were. You know what I'm saying? Just ask yourself, what are you doing wrong in life that makes these things happen to you? Right? Most likely, you didn't say that God don't listen. He doesn't listen. He doesn't answer my prayers. God doesn't hear the prayers of a sinner. You know what I'm saying? They got to be upfront with some of our people. You know what I'm saying? And honest with them. Listen, the reason why your prayers aren't getting answered because most likely doesn't even hear you. He doesn't even see you. You want to stay hidden from him, but he'll turn his face from you. It's, go give me Matthew chapter 5. Dude, this will be the last verse. We're going to close out with this one. Whenever you got it, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this I said so much on this subject already about our people, man. Our people are also very simple-minded folks as well. You know what I'm saying? That they don't think before they act. You know what I'm saying? They think they know everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't know everything. You see, you just don't. You're not in the truth. You're not trying to fight. You're not even trying to fight to get into the truth. There's only one truth. There's only one doctrine. There's only one faith. It's only ever just one. And we here in UPK, we make it our business to make sure we follow our King, right? And as we follow our King, we make sure that we do the will of our Father, the Most High. Got it.
Come on. Start on chapter 5, verse
17.
Book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Right, keep going.
Con, verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
Right. So once I said until as Christ talking during this I'm saying we was making that we was doing camp basically. You have to obey the law. You have to teach to obey the law. If you do, you'll be great. Once again, there's no such thing as equality. Even amongst Israelites, man. Listen, if you teach brothers to disobey the law and you disobey the law, you're going to be one of the lowest people in the kingdom. But if you teach brothers to obey the law and you keep the law, you'll be great in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's going to that's a reward for serving the Most High and to follow the law, statutes, commandments. Listen, we here in the ISUPK have faith in the Lord. Unlike all y'all out there, who are so superstitious, it's just like it makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all so afraid of everything. I'm saying, remember, step on the crack, break your mama's back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many times I broke my mom's back in life. You know, cracks in the floor I stepped on. Mama shouldn't even be standing no more. Put in a wheelchair. But no, you can't have, you know what I'm saying? You can't do what you want to do. Most High gave us a law for a reason, to protect us. Protect us from who? From yourself, because you're stupid and dumb. You listen to every ill thing that comes to your head. Listen, you want to be great in the kingdom of heaven, and Most High see you as someone great and respectable. Start following His law, statutes, commandments. Start there. Repent. Turn away from the things that you do that's wrong. Get up in the school, man.
Right.
But with that, that's all I got for today. So once again, for today, we're at 12416 North 28th Drive, Phoenix, Arizona. Right. Middle classes every Tuesday to Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And on Saturdays, we have Sabbath service from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. All right. So if you're in the area, come out and join us. Listen, you can't judge what happens when you're looking from the outside. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's against the law to be a gossiper and a liar. If you do not have definitive proof of what you're saying or that person acknowledging it, you know what I'm saying? Of course, that person acknowledging not being under duress either. Then don't do it. Stop breaking the law. Follow the Most High in everything that you do. Listen, not everybody's gonna make it to the school either. That just is what it is. But with that, we're going to end the class. Shalom.